I haven't even cleaned up.
Recording in progress.
I haven't cleaned up the room from the last class. Okay. So, one of the things that I haven't cleared up yet is why I have to admit you, and I keep changing this so that I don't have to admit you, because if you come into the Zoom late and I'm laying on the floor with my eyes closed, I'm not going to see you. So I would say, you know, if you're trying to Zoom, until I fine tune this situation, I'll just keep sending the YouTube links. For one, I use a camera. It is a social media camera that gives a really great picture, which is why I started doing YouTube. And the Zoom is fine, but it's from my iPad, which is great, but the recording looked awful and it sounded even worse. And I like good audio. I don't want to sound like I am in a bowl talking underwater. I want to do today's class. Today's class, I always reserve Wednesday's class for a no kneeling experience. And we just move all the body parts the way they need to be moved without being on our knees. But I would like to do today from the floor. And I would like to end with a little Shavasana. So sometimes we're in this class during the week, the short classes, we get up and we end standing. And today, just change it up a little bit. Who doesn't need a Shavasana? Especially after that storm. Maybe it kept you up last night, interfered with your sleep. Okay.
What storm?
What storm? It didn't hit down. It did hit down in Florida. They were saying it was.
Yes, I had earplugs in.
Oh. Okay. You're smart. Okay. I'm muting you, and we're heading down to the ground. Hello, yogis. And we're going to start. You can have, oh, yeah, that's way too short. So before you get all the way down there, if you haven't gotten down there, have a strap. And, you know, this could be a yoga strap, doesn't have to be that band. And I'll repeat a little bit of what we did in the melt class with the strap. Let's see if we can get the instructions. I need yoga. Okay. Here we are. Constructive rest. Where we come to just surrender to gravity, you know? Take a couple easy breaths and just feel yourself land on the ground. Let's begin with movement. Today I want to begin by bringing the knees to the chest, one then the other. And in this position, I want you to be very gentle with yourself. I want you to rock a little in and out. Maybe tip over to the side, rock the knees towards the body and away. Then over to the other side. Back into the middle. Try taking the knees a little bit wider. See what that feels like. So we're just exploring. We're moving tissues. Try keeping that rock going, but bring the knees closer together. Maybe they come all the way in. And then let's hold the left knee, put the right foot down on the floor. And as you hold the right knee, relax the shoulders all the way through the neck into your jaw. And let's slide that other leg out. So my right leg's going to slide out long and straight. If your body doesn't like that, just keep the knee bent. And now micro movement. The knee you're holding, again, rock it a little in and out. Notice your breathing. Let the knee drift outwards a little bit more towards that underarm, away from the body. Just creating movement in the joint of the hip. Bring it on back so the knee ends up in line with your ear. And then just pause for a few breaths. Can you soften your face? Just engage the abdominal muscles a little so you can find your core. You can SH sound. Shh. Bend the straight leg. Put the foot down on the floor. And then you're going to just grab your strap and bring it to the bottom of the foot. And I'm not in the middle of the arch. I'm more a little bit towards the toes, the patty part. And I'm gonna let my legs straighten out, but it's kind of low. So my thighs are level with each other. And then we want to pull down on the strap, have the knees straight, and press through the heel. So those of you who did melt, this is that stretching of the fascia through the back line. And then I'm gonna release the stretch, and then I'm gonna go back in, pull down, and release. Last one, pull down and hold it there. Now, I'm pulling on the strap, bending the ankle, the knee is straight. Now I'm gonna tip my pubic bone forward, have a little lumbar arch. We always do that, right? And then I'm gonna just bring my leg maybe a little bit further towards the ceiling, back towards my head until I feel a pull. You should not be able to go past 90 degrees if you have an arch in the lower back. Think about pulling down the strap, bending the ankle, and sinking that thigh bone deep into the hip. And then release. Take the foot out of the strap, put the foot back down on the floor, and then just pause for a moment. There should be this warmth, this tingly feeling through your calf. And then you can just lay your strap over your belly. Let's go to the other side. So I'm going to bring my right knee into my chest. I'm going to create a little bit of movement out and in. If you feel like you like to slide the other leg out straight, go ahead. Those little tiny baby movements. I'm going to let my knee drift out to the side. Bring it on back so it's in line with your ear. So we're just moving the tissues. The body is just layers and layers and layers of tissues, and we call them different things, but they're just tissues and they're all touching each other and they need movement. Pause, relax your back, your jaw. Let's take a little head turn left and right. Now to go into the next place, we're going to bring the head to the center. We want to bend the other knee. So belly in. Take your strap to the ball of your foot. Kick the leg out kind of low so your thighs are level. So this isn't trying to touch your nose to your knee pose. And then I'm going to pull down on the strap and push through the heel. The knee is straight, the leg is low. That should give you a calf stretch. And then stop pulling down so you release. And then pull down so it's like it's pumping. And that's what we're doing. We pull the tissue, squishes the water out of the tissue, release the fluids, rush back in. So we're doing 3 and 4 pumps. And then we're gonna pause and stay. So I pull down on the strap. I feel that stretchy feeling, my knee is straight. Now move your pelvis. Tip your pubic bone slightly forward so you feel a tiny arch in the lower back. And then to get more stretch, if you need more stretch, keeping the arch in the lower back, the foot comes up towards the ceiling. Should not be able to go to 90 degrees or beyond. if you're in it correctly. Pull down on the strap, bend the ankle, knees straight, shoulders soft, arch the back. And that's it. So you release the strap, get your foot out of there, throw the strap away. Arch and flatten. Separate your feet. We're just going to flatten the back to the floor, and then we're going to tip the pubic bone forward and arch the back off the floor. So when we just did that fascial pull down the back of the leg, that helps the fluids move from your feet up the back of the body into your sacrum and along your back. Gentle rocking side to side. Pause in the middle. Now go sideways. Put your hands on the front of your hip bones. And I'm going to do a hip hike. We do this in the chair all the time. So you feel your knobby bones, and you're going to take one side and you're going to draw that hip up towards your armpit. So I'm going to tip to the side so you can see me. And then you do the other side. So you pull the other hip up. So there's this motion going on. If you pay attention to your legs, you can even open your eyes and try to look at them. It's like your legs are pedaling. And be really gentle. Your sacrum is on the ground. Your butt doesn't lift up. We'll do that one in a moment. The sacrum is a pivot point. And you're getting a side bend in the spine. Now I want you to slow it down a little bit and see if as you hike your right hip up, does your head shift to the right? And as you lift your left hip, does your head turn? Can you let your spine be so loosey-goosey that the movement of your pelvis creates movement in your neck and head? It might be very little. Last one. And then pause in the middle. Let's get a little taller. Put a little pressure in your arms. Wiggle your shoulders away from your butt. Slide your right leg out straight. Rest your arms down by your sides. Or put your hands on your pelvis. I really like that. Okay. Push your left foot down into the floor. Just lift your left side of your butt a tiny bit. Feel this rotation in the pelvis. And then lower down, relax your leg and butt. Let's do that a couple hundred times. Push into the foot. I want you to feel like your left butt cheek tightens a little bit. It's not a death grip. Think about your underbutt. And then come on down. And I don't mind if you go far. I just don't want you to go to pain. And now I'm going to ask you to add the head. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. If I push into my left foot, my left butt lifts, let your arms come down to the floor and see if your head turns to the left. And then lower back, butt, head comes to center. Now you could add an arm to that. Left foot presses, left butt lifts, left head turns, left arm swoops along the floor, up along the side of your head, and then come on back down. Let's slide the left leg out straight. Take a full breath, relax completely. Let's take that a few more times. Bend the left knee. Push into the foot, lift the butt. Turn the head to the left. Left arm swoops along the body, up towards your head. Lower the arm, lower the butt. Slide the leg out long and straight. Take a full breath. Let's do it again. Bend the knee. Push the foot, lift the butt, turn the head, swoop the arm. All the way back to center. Relax the leg. One more time. Ready? Bend the knee. push the foot, turn the head to the left, swoop the arm. Can be as big as you feels good. Don't hold back. And then come all the way back to center. Slide the leg out long and straight, wiggle yourself long, close your eyes, and notice the left side of the body compared to the right. My left side feels like it's just lower into the floor. All right, let's start the other side. So bend the right knee, and we're just going to do the butt. You can touch your pelvis if you like. Feel your foot push into the floor, and notice how that lifts your butt a little bit. And come back down. So we're gradually going to get bigger and bigger. This is really about feeling more than doing. Feel your footprint. Feel your butt lift. Feel the pelvis rotate. And release down. Add the breath. Inhale to push into the foot, rock the pelvis to the side. Turn the head to the right. You can put your hands on the ground. Exhale to lower down. Inhale as you push the foot, engage the butt, turn the head to the right. Feel that lower back arch. Let's add the arm. As you inhale, push the foot, lift the butt, turn the head, swoop the arm along the floor, up alongside your head. And then exhale, come all the way back. And now I want you to start to really go deep and relax. Straighten out the leg and take a full breath. Bend the knee. Inhale, push the foot, lift the butt, turn the head, swoop the arm and hold. Exhale, come all the way back, arm down, slide the leg out straight. Take a full breath. So we're working with the nervous system. We're going to bend the knee 2 more times. Lifting, turning, swooping the arm. Make it as big as feels comfortable. Never going to the point of pain. Come back to the total relaxation with a breath. Last time. Bend the knee. Feel the foot press, the lift butt, the arch in the back, the reach through the arm. Relax the other side of the body. And lower down. Slide the leg out long, give yourself a wiggle and a lengthen. See if you've evened up your 2 sides. That feels so good. I feel so flat. I don't want to move. Okay, we'll move. So here's a graceful way to roll over. Have you ever wondered, why can't I roll over gracefully? So I'm going to do it with my left knee bent. You can reverse your sides, but I'm going to bend my left knee. I'm going to swoop my right arm up overhead. I'm going to push into the left foot, lift the left side of the butt, and kerplunk. There you are. Huh. Feeling graceful, right? Come up onto elbows and forearms if you're allowed. If you have lower lumbar stenosis, you got to keep these back bends very low. I want you to engage your butt. We just turned those muscles on. Just engage your butt like 20%. So if you're like, I don't know what 20% is, give it a full butt squeeze. Relax and do 20%. Now use your arms. Feel as if you're dragging the heart forward. Bring your shoulders down your back. The glutes are engaged. I just caught myself. They were totally relaxed. So it's like my glutes engaged is my anchor. So I can drag my torso forward. Breathe into the side ribs. Now you can do the next. You don't have to be up on your elbows. You could have your face down on your hands. Be very low. I'm going to bend one knee, foot to the sky. Lower it down. Keep your glutes engaged as you bend the other knee and lower down. If the glutes are not engaged a little bit, the hamstrings will do 100% of the work and they will not be happy. Now, if you're like, okay, I feel fabulous, can I do both legs at the same time? Of course you can. Bend your ankles, drag your heart forward to the wall in front of you, shoulders down, breathe to the side ribs. Let the back be bent above the waistband. Let it happen. And then lower down one leg, then the other. And now we're going to work on strengthening the butt. Lower down, you can put your arms under your head. I don't mind if you turn your head to one side. I'm wearing a microphone, so I'm going to have my face on my chin. Legs are apart from each other. And then we're going to start, I don't really care which leg you do because we're just going to do them both. So you're going to bend one knee, bend the ankle, and now just feel. Don't try to get a word. I'm going to gently press my knee down into the floor. Notice what happens. Like the crease of the hip should lift away from the floor. And now what I want you to do is lift your heel and knee away from the floor. That crease of the hip will sink down into the ground. Your butt will engage. And then lower your knee and relax your foot to the floor. We got to do that again. Ready? Bend the knee. Bend the ankle. First, gently, it's small. Press the knee down. Your butt will lift a little bit. Now go the other way. Lift your heel, lift your knee, engage your butt. Hold it. Lower the knee. Relax your foot. You can give your butt a little wiggle. Bend your knee. Bend your ankle. This time we're just going to lift. Ready? Lift your heel, engage your butt, lift your knee and hold. Lower the knee, relax your foot. Last time. Bend the knee. Bend the ankle. Engage your butt, lift your knee, lift that heels pressing to the ceiling. Lower down and relax. Give your butt a little wiggle side to side. And with your eyes closed, does that leg now feel longer than the other leg? Let's try the other leg. Bend the knee, bend the ankle. We're just educating the body. What happens when you press your knee gently down into the floor? Now we're going to do the opposite. The crease of the hip goes down, the butt engages, the heel lifts up, the knee lifts up. You lower the knee and relax the foot down. And breathe, people. Again, bend the knee, bend the ankle. Just feel the knee pushes down, the crease lifts up. Go the other way. The crease goes down, the heel lifts up, the knee lifts up, the butt engages. Lower down and relax. Give your butt a little wiggle. Now we're going to do two more without the pushing down of the knee. We're just going to lift up. Bend the knee, bend the ankle, engage your butt, lift your knee, lower down and relax. See, these muscles are supposed to work when we walk. Last one, ready? Bend the knee, bend the ankle, lift your knee, use your butt, lift your butt. No, don't lift your butt, lift your knee, lower down and relax. Give the butt a little wiggle side to side. Now, if you can, just bend both knees and let your knees or your feet swish left and right. And let your pelvis move. I'm hoping all the pandiculation that we just did helps this movement. So you should feel yourself rocking over your pelvis, tipping side to side. You can swirl the feet around like a figure eight. None of this should create pain. Should be a little challenging maybe, but not painful. There's a difference. And then lower it down. And let's rest now. Turn the head to the easiest position, left or right, and bring that knee out to the side. So my head turns left, my left knee comes to the side. Ah, the moment we've all been waiting for. Half frog.
Now, Half Frog lets the muscles of the butt relax. So for about 45 seconds, I want you to close your eyes. Focus on the exhalations. And keep witnessing the body releasing deeper and deeper. You're like an onion. You have layers and layers and layers. Now take the knee that's to the side and hike it up a little bit. So just scooch it up a little bit. Pause there, let go. And then if you can, give it one more little scooch higher. Scooch! Like you're trying to put your knee in your armpit. Relax your shoulders. And then when you're ready, the leg that's out to the side, slide it all the way back. And pause. The legs are apart from each other. Slide the legs out long and straight. You can wiggle your butt and just see if that leg feels longer than the other leg. You can even bring your feet together for a second and see, oh my gosh, I'm like a whole big toe length longer on that side. All right, let's change sides. So think about floating your chest away from the floor so that you can turn your head to the other side. Change your arms. Bring the knee to the side. So if this is a challenge for you, remember you can always bring a blanket or a pillow is lovely under your belly. Knee is in line with your hip. The back arm rests down by your side. And we're hanging out here for a little bit more than a minute. Make adjustments. Focus on the breath. Witness the softening. And if there's anything in your life that you wish there was less of, sense that in this moment as you exhale, you could let it go. I don't need so much of this person, this attitude, this belief, this pain, this struggle. Sense that as you exhale, you could let it go and feel the sensation of letting go in your body. When you're ready, take the knee that's to the side. You can use your foot, your hand, or both, and just bring the knee up a little bit higher. And you're going to find a different layer of tension, possibly. And see if you can really let go. And then if you want to, you could do it again. Take that knee a little higher, like you're trying to bring it up all the way up to your elbow. And then when you're ready, slide that leg all the way back. And then just give yourself a little butt wiggle. A little rock. From here, we're going to roll to the side. You'll need something for under your head.
So this will be a side stretch and a twist, a rotation. Bring enough under your head so that your neck isn't like, you don't want it too high, so your neck is cranked like this, and you don't want it too low, so it's down like this. You want to fill in that space between the floor and your ear. And then whatever this is, make yours a little higher, Bob. Fold it in half or thirds. Yeah, bring it up. And if you push the blanket back a little bit, so that what's going to happen is my knees are in front of my hips, my hands are extended, one hand on top of the other, and as I take my top hand and I start to reach it forward, my nose can go down to the floor. My top knee can slide forward. I'm reaching out. It's like my phone is out there and I got to get it and I don't want to get up. Take a big breath in. And then nice and slow, we're going to exhale. And I'm going to let my top hand touch my bottom hand. I want your knees to stay stacked one on top of the other. So take a peek down at the knees. Don't move the knees. Bring the top hand to your rib cage and rotate your ribs towards the ceiling. Pause here to notice how it feels. A little stiff and stuck. Let's go again. Ready? Rotate back. Reaching the top fingers, feel the fingers reach out. Notice how that's pulling your shoulder blade away from the spine, the nose turns down. Keeping the knees stacked on top of each other as you rotate your chest to the ceiling. I like the hand to stay on the ribs. I don't like when your heavy arm is dangling in the air. I know it feels like a good stretch, but it's not really safe for the shoulder, so stop it. Let's change it. Ready? Turn forward, go back. This time reach out on a diagonal to the corner of your room. Take your top leg and straighten it out. And then take that top leg and swing it back behind you. Turn on your butt to move the leg back. Reach your fingers out. Now take the top leg behind you and put it down on the floor. Let your waist lift off the ground. And then go back to the twist. Bring your knees together. Hand comes along the arm to the rib cage. Rotate to the ceiling. That's so fun. We repeat it at least 2 more times. Coming forward with the chest. Reach out to the corner of your room. Top leg straightens out. It swings behind you. Find your butt. Reach your heel away from your fingers. Lower the foot to the floor. The waist on the bottom will lift off the ground so a little small creature could crawl under there. That's a side bend. And now we go to our rotation. Knees together, rotate chest to the sky. Again. Side bending helps our rotation. So as I reach to the corner of the room, turn the nose down, turn the chest down to the floor, the top leg, I'm going to bend my ankle, press through the heel, and then put the foot down on the ground. The waist will arch up. And then reach your hand away from your foot. Should feel stretchy on the top of the body there through the hip. And then coming back to the twist, this might feel a little looser, a little easier. And if you're like, oh my God, that's so great, I want to do it again. All right, we'll do it one more time. Ready? Reaching out, swing the leg back, press through the heel, put the foot on the floor, let the waist arch off the ground. I feel this stretch in the top of my hip through the top of the waist. Reach like you mean it, and then go back, knees together. Rotate to the twist. And then just pause. See if this feels any looser, any easier than the first one.
When I first got into it, I felt all kinds of restriction in my breathing and my ribs. And now it feels loosey-goosey. I don't feel anything. It feels comfortable. All right, let's go to the other side. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I totally get it, just roll over. You don't have to look at me. But if you're like, I have no idea how to do that without looking, you want to sit up and turn your body around and put your head the other way. All right, final poses. So my bottom arm is kind of reaching out. I'm not laying right on my shoulder. I kind of pull that arm out from under me. My knees are in front of my hips, and my top hand comes to the bottom hand. And it's really about feeling. So I want you to feel your top hand touching your bottom hand and then reaching forward. Notice what that does to your chest, your head, your knees. Breathe. Nice and slow, your hand touches your arm. Your knees stay stacked one on top of the other. And your ribs rotate to the ceiling as your hand comes to your ribs. Notice what you feel. Do it again. So this is a somatic practice. It's not static stretching. It's not a pandiculation. It's about feeling and sensing. Come all the way back to your twist. You know, like feel your hand touching your body. The body loves that. Let's reach out on the diagonal. So this time when you turn, reach to the corner of the room. Take the top leg, I'm going to straighten it out. Now use your underbutt like we were doing earlier. Turn on your butt to take your leg back behind you. Put that foot down on the ground. Bend your ankle. Reach your fingers forward. Take a big breath. The waist is arching off the ground. And then nice and slow, coming back to your twist. Knees come together. Hand comes to your ribs. We're just moving tissues, people. Again. Each time it'll feel a little bit different, a little easier. Reach through the hand, send the leg back, bend your ankle, put your foot down on the floor. My waist is arching off the ground because my foot went down. Back to the twist. Back to the side stretch. Maybe you have it now, ready? You just inhale long, put the foot on the ground, arch the waist, reach. Exhale back to the twist. Feeling so graceful. It's a yoga dance. Last one. Inhale, reach. You could do more. Exhale to the twist. Pause and remember what the first one felt like. And then engage the belly a little bit. Let's roll to the back, hold the knees to the chest. Come back to where we started in the very beginning of class. A little rocking of the knees in and out. A little off to one side. A little off to the other side. See if it feels any looser. You can take your feet to the floor, take a little wider stance in your feet, and just grab some windshield wipers. So we want to get that rotation ball in the socket. And then bring your feet a little closer. Let's bring the left ankle to your thigh.
Draw the belly in, flatten the back. Now you don't have to go any further. If you feel like, oh my gosh, this is so tight, you could just stay here. You can arch and flatten. You could rock a little side to side. If you can bring your right foot off the floor, reach up and grab hold. We'll give a little stretch to those butt muscles that we've been working. Relax your shoulders and your face, your jaw, bend your ankle. I always like to nudge this knee so you can use your elbow. I use my hand and I just kind of push my knee out as I'm pulling my other thigh in. And let's do the other side when you're ready. I'm going right ankle to the thigh, bend the ankle. So maybe this is enough for you. Maybe you move the pelvis. You can rock left and right. I'm just going for the big stretch. Flatten the back. As I pull my left thigh in, I can press my right thigh gently out. Relax your back and your face and your jaw and your eyes, your shoulders and your attitude. And then get out of there. Hold the knees side by side again. And we are ready for Shavasana. All right, I've been using my couch. It's the lazy way of not putting any props in place. No, not lazy, efficient. All right, let's see who hangs in here for Shavasana. So a little something under your head probably, just for either softness or maybe you need that elevation. Cover up if you're cold. Close your eyes. And real gentle, I just want you to inhale through the nose and then exhale really slowly. Breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale, gently fill your lungs. Practice letting the exhale out very, very slowly. There's a pause at the end of the exhale. Last one. As you empty very slowly, linger in the pause at the end of the exhale. As the breath returns to a natural rhythm, eyes are closed. Bring your awareness down to all of your toes. See if you can feel your toes. You can wiggle them if you need to. And the bottoms of the feet, your footprints. The tops of the toes and feet. Scanning through the body, noticing ankles, through the lower legs, through your both knees, through the length of the thighs. Scanning for any unnecessary tension through your hips, up through your pelvis, into your belly, up into your chest, your whole back. Bring that awareness to the very tips of your fingers and thumbs. And let that awareness scan through the length of fingers, thumbs, hands, wrists, the lower arms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders. Scanning through the tops of the shoulders, through the length of your neck. Softening inside your throat, resting through your jaw, your tongue, lips, cheeks, nose, forehead, eyes. Notice your ears. Where are your ears? Notice your ears hearing sounds far in the distance. Don't judge or wish it were any different. Just notice the sounds far away. Now notice sounds that are closer to you. Without judging, have a sense of your breath. It'll be very shallow, very small. Witness the body resting, surrendering to gravity. Visualize yourself doing an activity that you want to do, that you like to do. Maybe you haven't done it in a while. And just imagine yourself doing that activity. And notice your body just feeling great. You're feeling like you're moving with great ease, graceful even. And notice that you feel strong. And visualize yourself doing this activity with ease and strength and joy. Maybe there's laughter, smiles. Notice how your joy affects those around you. Just be in it. Notice some detail, especially the joy. Linger in it as long as you like. When you feel ready to come back, just take a fuller breath. Thank your body. And remember, before you sit up, roll to your side, you want to pause for about 20 seconds so that you take the calm, the joy, the ease, the practice, the visualization, the gratitude. You want to feel as if you can bring it with you. So we turn the chest a little bit more towards the floor, get the arms beneath you, pull the belly in and peel yourself up. Or lay there, I don't care. Thank you, lovely human beings. We are such better people for taking care of ourselves today, right? So you're gonna get up and you're gonna go drink some water, and then you're just gonna be the peaceful person on the planet. And we always need more of those. Namaste. Let me know how you are.